sometimes it's always based on information. And the accuracy of the information makes the system work very well. Then you can also have sequential supply chains. Then that's just like this one. The information goes sequentially. The information goes but then there are other types that are not sequential, but they are concurrent. That means as soon as you click buy, everybody is getting the information that you are requesting at the same time. The supplier is informed, and I'll show you an example of that later. The supplier is informed, and all the other ones. For example, this one, as soon as you order the product by the customer, it goes to your retailer, it goes to logistic providers at the same time, it goes to contract manufacturers, and the information flow is just concurrent. Everything is just flowing at the same time. So everybody knows what you is supposed to do in the system, which is a little bit different from what is happening with the sequential method. Quite a number of people use the sequential method. Even the information reaches everybody, it takes time. It goes to this, it's approved, verified, and it moves to the next person. But we are going to get into a future where, because of the way that the systems are integrated, as soon as you order something in the US, the supplier in Ghana is also notified. But one thing you need to understand about supply is the fact that quality affects ability to deliver the right goods. And quality also affects how many people or the health of the supply chain system. Listen talks about the fact that they always used to get large orders, like from places like UK. They ask them that, can you produce 1,000 pants? When you say pants, it's quite different from what you know. I'm talking about trousers. Oh, you didn't know? You know? No. Oh. How many of you knew? The youngest in the class. Okay. You know. He's actually for me to know that he knows. Okay, when you order 1,000 pants, what happens is you should be able to order them, and they should, all the 1,000 should be consistent, and they should look the same. If the sizes have been given to you, they want a consistent quality level throughout. But when they got the order, what they realized, they came into that, they were in Ghana, so they went to see other. You can't do that alone. Because many Ghanaian companies don't have a mass customization fashion platform or dressmaking platform. So what they had to do is to talk to other people. Can we come together? Then we can share. And they want it every month. So that means that if you can get about 20 of them, 20 fashion. That means all of you produce about 100 each month. That's even a lot. So maybe there are 50, so that everybody produces so much. 20, is it 200? If you give 1,000 divided by 200, it will be 50. Yes. So everybody produces 50 a month. That may be manageable. But if you go there and like what they did, they went to these shops and they realized that the person can produce the first one, very good quality. Second one, very good quality. But the fourth and fifth, if you're asking for him to produce the same thing in a week, you get the same quality throughout. So you have to also go out and compete it. Secondly, to the realize that after telling some people, they don't pass behind them when to tell the company that they can do it. So you know how it is. Collaboration then becomes, you really don't want to collaborate. They even talk about the experience where they bought a tailor from Cote d'Ivoire to come and do work for them here. And then when they came into Ghana, because in the spirit of collaboration, they opened their shop that other fashion designers could come and visit them and learn and find out some of the machines they had. Unfortunately for them, somebody came and rather pushed the tailor they had. So, but after some time, the tailor, they bought a tailor here, did all the immigration information and all the stuff that had to do that he needed for him to work in Ghana. By the time they realized, and they gave him a house to even live in. By the time they realized, the guy had moved there, moved to airport, and was working with somebody. And they didn't even know. They had to find out through other people they asked. So what do? They also went to immigration and guess reported the guy is not working with us anymore. immigration went to carry the guy and took him to where he belongs to.
That's what.
Yeah. The sequential. Now, these are not different times. This is how the information flows. Don't confuse it. This is how information, the direction information. This is more about how information flows from movie. Now, this is not the category. The categories that you are looking at are different. This is not different types of information. This is more about how information is flowing. This is more about the source, the direction that it is flowing from. So here you have who initiates the supply chain information to start flowing. This one, the company itself does forecasting and produces. In this one, the customer does it and it goes with it. So you can have a concurrent one that is actually based on what? A pool-based model. And you can have a concurrent one that is also based on the push-based model. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So there are two different. The first two are different from the last two. The first one has to do with much more about who is originating the transaction. And here is more about the way the information itself flows. This is sequentially. So you can see this as sequential processing. Whether it is this one or that, both of them are sequential. But if you compare it to this is concurrent. This is a concurrent. Hence, the information is flowing at the same time. It's like me sending email to the class at the same time everybody receives it. It's not like me sending to the classmate for the classmate sends to you. You also send to the people in the community, and the people in the community send to their friends. No. Now, the business value of the supply chain is it helps us to match supply to demand. It helps reduce inventory levels, improve service delivery, or delivery of service. It speeds our production time to the market. It will help us to also use our assets in the firm or resources in the firm more effectively. It reduces the supply chain costs and also increases sales. Because you are, for quite most often, those who are using the customer-driven one or demand-driven one, you are sure that the person has even paid for it before the transaction starts. We don't want, in terms of the delivery mechanisms that we have globally, there is one of them called cash on delivery, if you have heard about that. Cash on delivery. So you order it when the person shows up, then you pay. Now, what if the person shows up and you're not there? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Or like what other people do, you collect it and then you jump the wall and go to the next house. That's what you're telling me. But we have not heard about that story. The guy comes to stand in front of this house and collects it from you. He said, okay, I'm going inside to bring in the money. Enters the house, jumps the wall and goes to the next house. So by the time you realize, people do the taxi drivers. So when the taxi stops there, so I know we're in school. When the taxi is approaching precinct, everybody starts getting down. He said, stop here. Then we all get down and we rush into the bush. That's what they do. Now, who will you chase them? Will you need a car and chase them? Anyway. Oh, you never did that. Some of you are very good children. You are not bad students when you were in school.
No, they are good students.
You are responsible students. That's it. Oh, yeah. No, but you're planning to start something. The person who is like so what they do is that they take it, they sit in their car, they sit in their car, and they get to the place that they want to alight. They alight and then they enter the house. And maybe sometimes some houses are going back. So they know it. They know the community looking at you. They will walk through and go to the next house. So you after 10 minutes waiting, there's nobody really here. Then you mention try to do that. Oh, the guy just passed to me to the next place. Well, what will you do? You can't make it. Anyway, the next type of system beyond the enterprise system is what we call the customer relationship management system. And what the customer relationship management system does is it helps us to collect information on customers and store them so that we can respond to them better and on time. Now, this is a system that integrates very well with the supply chain management system. If you could realize from our pictures here, you see, what you have here is a customer. Now, to be able to collect information on the customer and manage it, you need a customer relationship management system. What can be integrated into your supply chain system so that you can be able to deliver the products. But a customer relationship management system helps us to collect information on the customer and manage it. So we can identify who are our customers. So we capture and integrate customer data from all over the organization. Now, there are two types of customers. You can tell me the two types of customers. Yeah. Where's the conflict? The internal and external. So the internal customer. The employees and the external customer. So there are two types of customers. The internal customer being the employee, and then there is the external customer being what? The non-employee client or the one who's outside the organization. But even the consumer outside the organization, there are two types of benefits. Currently, because of the technology driven world we are in, there are what we call the prosumer, the proactive consumer. We'll talk about that in the next session. The proactive consumer, the prosumer, or the producer consumer. Now the producer consumer is the one who actually dictates, and he's proactive, goes out there for the information, he takes what he wants. And that's what Nike makes you do. It makes you more proactive, design your own shoe and then you collect it. And there's the consumer. You see, the idea of a consumer is that you are consuming. You are there, they bring it to you. I hope you understand me. But the consumer is that he's part of the production process. He decides what he wants and it's produced for him. And today there is a lot of them. Like today's internet generation, people who sit down, they spend their time on the internet, they are here watching this. If the type of consumer that we have today is quite sophisticated in terms of its needs. If you want to reach him through the radio, at the same time the radio is on, his laptop is like he's actually maybe looking, listening, and watching something on YouTube. At the same time, he's texting to somebody or receiving a call. At the same time, the TV is on in the background. And he has a small window that is showing some movie through on the side of the computer. So if you do an advert on TV, you can move on to radio. The advert on radio, you can move on to Facebook. The advert on Facebook, you can move on to something. So you need, the marketers need multiple media to be able to market to today's consumer because they have got short attention spans and they are they use multiple media for information. A person will not see only just a phone in the mall. You go back home, read about the phone on the internet, do some analysis and check the phone. Even sometimes they even turn around the phone online. You know some website can let you spin the phone 360. You look at them. Some of them go to YouTube, listen to the reviews, and then people say about the phone before they come and buy. The same thing with cars too. People read about reviews, check the car, look at the different models. What is different between the 2009 and 2008 model? If you buy it from Denmark, how different it is if you buy it from Germany? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And what is different from the same technology coming from maybe Japan? If you buy a phone made by Samsung, again that's about the Japanese market, you see that there are so many functions in it, that same phone, as compared to the same one that is coming to maybe Asia or Europe. I hope you understand me. So different markets, they target them with different durabilities. Even here in China, everything is in grades. So when you are buying the same Nokia charger, there's grade 1 to grade 7. That's why you can come back to Ghana and sell 1 and 5 Ghana cedi. And you think you have sold, oh, I bought my 30, did you take me 5 Ghana cedi? You use it 3 days and things off. I hope that's what I'm trying to say. Yes. So, our ability to collect very good information and then use it is very, very important. Now, customer relationship management system also helps us to analyze and consolidate the customer data, distribute the information in various systems across the enterprise, and also provide a single enterprise view of the customers. So you can actually at one time and in one place, you can actually have an understanding of what customers that you have and what information you are getting from them. Now, 3 key areas that we apply customer relationship management is in sales, marketing, and services. Sales, marketing, and services. Apart from the supply chain, it's in sales, marketing, and services. So sales. They need systems that will help us to be able to do telephone sales, retail sales, field sales, web sales. Marketing, we can also do marketing campaign data, share information across. We'll see examples soon. And then in service too, you can also use it to help people manage information in a service center or a call center. Currently, most of the call centers are in India. We call it and the person speak to you. Where do you live? What is your name? Good. Sorry.
Why is it so?
Because of economics of scale, get cheaper labor. And customer service, we always need a very large labor force. So people have been quite some companies are even bringing it to Ghana if you know. Yeah. You look for where you look for the cost centers in organization and ask yourself, how can you reduce costs? And send it to countries that you pay less for the labor as compared to paying for it in the US. Send it. Okay, there are data processing companies too. They process data on behalf of other companies as well. And there are also data collectors, those who collect information on market statistics and send it to research agencies abroad for them to be able to use it to do market analysis about Ghana. There are different types of companies that will do what you are saying. As I mentioned earlier, the customer relationship management system has the employee relationship management and maybe we call a partner relationship management system. And some of the partner relationship management system can be used for customer or specific clients who, after some time, we consider them as maybe partners or value clients. So we can use the system to manage our employees internally and can also use to manage customers who are external to our organization. Now, most of them have different types of models. What I mean by models are interfaces or applications embedded within the customer relationship management system. Some of them help sales, others also help customer service, and there's another one that can also help marketing. And they all do different things and have different functions. Good. For example, in supporting marketing, there are different types of ways you can do it, and you can use a customer relationship management system can enable you to do that. One of them is connecting with people through direct mail. And the same way they are sending mail to them through post. That same mail can be constructed and then sent to them via email. It can be telling information that will also show on their page when they log in onto the website that you have created for them. So after they log in their account, new information from the company you are working with. That's how what some banks do. They send you email to tell you that they have put information on your internet banking account. So go there, log in and read it. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Then you can also have those who also use telephone. They will call you and many companies do that. They combine about 3 of them. For example, if you have a problem and you send an email to them, they may tell you that, okay, call us on this particular number because we want to speak to you. You concern your customer claim before they can be able to verify that you're the right person. So you have direct mail, telephone, web, email, and then cell phone text message. Well, you can't see this, but this is in your book. What is showing is that customer data can apply to sales in different ways, marketing in different ways, and service. In marketing, we can look at account management and lead management. You can see from page 886. Lead management. Who knows what lead management is? How do you, what, if you want to say leads in marketing, what does it mean? As a lead, what does it mean? What? You have a potential customer, that's it. If you have a potential customer, you have to be careful. If you have a potential customer, you have a lead. Now let me ask you, if you have a lead person, does it mean that you have actually closed the deal? And the lead sometimes you may have only one information. For example, you come to my office and I tell you that, oh, I don't think our company will like this or that sheets and but I know this other company can do it. And this name is this and this is phone number. So I'm giving you name and phone number. So if you call the phone number is not working, you have to use the name to try and locate them and go and find them. So sometimes people give you leads, but they can give you the wrong leads. Like how you ask the lady for the phone number and you say, oh, when you use your phone number, go home and call. It's not calling the right phone number. So sometimes not always closing the deal. Some leads are there, they will leave you for hanging for 3 months. Is that not true? The boys tell me, how long have they left you? The time they're in the game, how long? Is that like 1 week? 1 year? Some of you should hear it. So I want that to it's okay. This customer relationship management system is very complex. So you narrow down very well. You know that this lead will close in, then it closes in. The other one is in marketing, you also have campaign management, channel, can you see this one? Channel promotions management, and then in service delivery, you also have customer satisfaction management. Now, how many of you like filling this customer satisfaction forms? You like filling it? But do you actually use it? They're not very sure.
They are liking improved.
No, especially in the university environment, you have all these customer lecture evaluations, and you don't really see whether it has changed. The next semester comes and the same lecture is still there. You get angry and can't anyway. But it's important that we have a customer satisfaction management system so that we evaluate and get feedback on what the service is. Let me ask you, does any company in Ghana do the returns management package? Returns, allow you to return any product you have? What about game? And you collect it. But game, how does it? You don't feel like how the US company do it. Somebody will take some nice evening wear. That's the it's where they bring it back. And I've changed my mind. It doesn't happen. No. If you bring it, I know in certain places that I've experienced before, you could actually go back and change. You can change back. If you go back and say you change your mind, nobody knows. You have to keep erasing. Whether it doesn't fit or you don't feel comfortable. But if you say things like I've changed my mind, I don't like it anymore, you have to give a very good reason before they will change it for you. And some of them also deduct some money, like $5 or £5. Or some of them don't change, but they'll give you a different one. So you get a different size so that the money will not come up into your hands. So whatever it is, the sale has been closed. But you have to express it. So this is how sometimes customer management systems support customer loyalty. You have a customer information system here. And what is going to happen is that when you receive service inquiries, like the company receives service, the customer information is taken from where? The customer database. Then, if you ask the question like, is the customer information available? If it's available, what score does the customer have? How valuable is the customer to our company? Like the telecom company, how many years has it been a subscriber? The second, what is his average spend in the bank? So customer score, and you have got higher value and loyalty, yes. Provide special offers and service. If you have got low value, you treat him like a new person who is not a customer. So they will route you to the best agent, and then they will try to just solve your challenge or your problem just as any normal customer. But if you are a very high value customer, oh, we can come to your office. You don't even need to come. But you are changing your mind. You buy more without don't worry. But sometimes it's not easy as you think it is there. Because you may have a consumer who is high volume user for just a month or two, and you just stop using it. For example, you work in Kumasi, you are about to Accra to come and do your work, and you get onto a different network because you're in Accra. You use it very much, and then the company starts sending you some special offers. By the time they send a special offers, you get it and then you move out to Accra and stop using it. So you always have to have very rich information about the consumer before you make any offers. Otherwise, you may make offers and then you in a company, you start treating it special, but you will not get special value from you for the long term. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So in the CRMs, there are two different types that in terms of their functionality. Some of them just collect data, and others also analyze the data. What I mean by the collect data is they just collect data on consumers and they store it. And others to spend time analyzing the data. They get information from the first one. Then, in those who analyze data, you can realize that the call center, they put information from the call center, and then they add it to other information like their website, how you use the same information on the phone, and how you use the same information, how you access their details, or even in your store. So if you have information on you as a valued customer, they will treat you well wherever you are. That's how the airline companies work. If the information is not integrated and analyzed, when you get to, okay, it happens in Africa, not in the US. In the US, whichever airport you reach, and if you are a Delta client and you are on any of their special services, you'll be treated well. You still see a priority pass. However, when you get to Africa, Delta may not be working as Delta, you're working through partners like Kenya Airways and then other partners. You go there, the treatment there, you wish you were not really, you were in the normal queue. You go and ask, oh, join the queue, let's join it like that. What I'm trying to point out is that you expect the same service as you obtain from other countries, but you get to another country, but the information is not there. They will not be able to know about you, and they will just treat you normal. And sometimes customer relationship systems have got their limitations in what other system are they integrating to. For example, if you go to Kotoka International Airport, not all the airlines have got access to their VIP pass. So if you are on maybe Delta and you go there, you may not be able to get an access to it, but somebody different airline who has been signed up in this country's phone will give you that service. So you always have to understand that the information is used based on how well it's analyzed. If people don't analyze it well, they may not be able to see who is a profitable customer and who they can invest in. And consumers are different. They will not always give you the right information. For example, some of you go on Facebook. Facebook sells a lot of the data that it has to advertisers. And it's very interesting if you are creating an advert on Facebook, they can narrow down so much more than what you think about. For example, if you want to target footballers and people who like sports, they can ask you that, they can let you target by the footballer's name and then the country that you want to look into. So you can, if you like someone like Messi, as soon as you put Messi's name, then they will ask you that, would you want to add someone and then a different country like, let's say, let me just illustrate what I'm just talking about it. And we can just see how it works out. What I'm going to do is to try. There's a game by internet logo. What is sometimes? Those who use phones, I can share that. Where the guy with the Samsung Wave, he can share it. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is to do what so, what's going to happen is that this is a target location in Ghana. Now, see what happens here. If I put in Ghana, what is it telling me? My target will go to what? What's the million people? Now, let me just show you. If I add Nigeria, wow. Good. You see what happens? This is between the age of 19. So let's limit it to, let's say, people who are 8 to 10. 8 to 10. See, if you have been able to eliminate it, that means that even the 5,000 people, a higher number of people, the highest majority, about 90% of them are below 30 years old. In fact, that's the age group that we call them the internet generation, the millennials. They spend all their time on the internet. You can see, and fried rice. Now let's see the interest area. This is what I was talking about. For example, we can actually say that we want these people who like, let's say, Messi. So it will tell. Now if they look at how it has segmented. So you have 130,000 people who live in either Ghana or Nigeria, who are between the ages of what, 18 and 30, and who like Messi. Now they ask if a person likes Messi, then he may also like maybe Barcelona. Is that not true?
Yeah.
So let me see FC Barcelona. We didn't change it that much. Then I can also go to things like who is he connected to? Is he connected to this particular group or as fans? I could also add even so much more. Let's say I like Messi, I like Barcelona, but let's say he is fufu. So, but fufu has different meaning. It can be food or it can be, I don't know which of them. So what it's going to do is that it's actually searching within. If I can keep on adding on to, okay, let's say all these people, we want those who are married.
No, you don't get me.
Between 18 and 20.
You don't get me.
But what are we trying to do? The advert system here is integrating with the customer information and it's giving us very integrated data based on what people are providing. Now, all that is happening here is all based on what people said Some people are married and they write they are not married on Facebook. So it will not treat them as part of our data. For example, if you look at it, let me just show you some statistics. Let's just look at the user type. Now these are the age groups. You see what was happening here? We have got those who are female. I don't know what I can see. Those who are female, what? 28%. Those who are male, 70%. Those who are between the age of 18 to 24, 41, 18 to 25 to 34, 19. Now look at the lowest group, 45 to 54. If you have medicine from one location, you come and sell it here. You will. So I'm asking a question. Or let's go to for example. What I'm trying to explain is that the more detailed information you have concerning a particular consumer, you can be able to narrow and accurate information. You can be able to serve them better and give them accurate services. But if the consumer is not providing very good information, what is going to happen is that whatever you provide may not be good. So our customer relationship management system increase customer satisfaction, reduce direct marketing costs, more effective marketing, which we are actually seeing, lowest cost of customer retention. They can be able to, the cost at which you can be able to retain the consumer, increase sales revenue, and they reduce the churn rate. What we mean by reducing the churn rate is the number of customers who stop using or purchasing the product. Because you can actually identify the growth of your or decline of the customer base. And it happens with a very simple platform like Facebook. You can actually know the growth, how many people are joining. Like last time we were trying to compare active users to non-active users. So you can have 7,000 members, but the active users are only just 1,000. And that this is some of how detailed some of the statistics can help you. Interestingly to you, you also need to appreciate the fact that the technology does not have everything for us. Sometimes it becomes more expensive, and it is to implement and launch out an enterprise-wide application. An application that will integrate all the different functions. And also, it's also difficult to share information across the network of suppliers who are using different particular platforms. For example, sometimes your supplier is using something you're not using. If you are going to send information to your supplier, you may not be able to receive it. You may get the information alright, but cannot integrate it into a system. So it has to go back to the manual process. We are all the systems have been discussing. The assumption is that we are all using almost the same system. We are integrating easily and seamlessly so that you can share the information. You know that sometimes if somebody does something in PowerPoint 2003 or Word 2003 and you need to Word 2007 or 2010, you cannot open it in a lower version. Or you open it and it is distorted. Why is it that? Why does that happen? Incompatibility of what? The systems. The same way. It's like sending video text message or multimedia message to somebody who's using Nokia 100. The information is scrambled. Even picture message. Sometimes you send it to people, they can't even see your picture very well. It changes into something else. So the level of technology has to be compatible across the supply chain. That is why I was telling you in the first class that the integration of the systems or the value you get from a particular network, it all depends on the readiness of the people in use the same network. I'm not saying network as mobile phone network. I'm trying to say the technology that you are using. If you have a mobile phone, your friends have not got a mobile phone. How are you going to connect with them? You don't have a telephone. A telephone is a landline. Or you have forgotten.
Telegram.
You connect to them by via Telegram. So you need a platform that is able to synchronize all of you so that you can share the information easily. You can be able to integrate the information, everybody can access it as much as possible. But it's not as easy as said. Not everybody may have the money to invest in the technology like you. And not everybody will need it. Not all your customers may need it, all your suppliers may need it. Some companies in trying to build a very seamless supply chain have had to invest in the company of the other supplier. So you go to your supplier and even buy part of his company so that he can give you a platform so that you can integrate in yours. Microsoft has had to buy into Facebook so that you can easily integrate Facebook into these other applications. They are giving them money several times. One of the first amount they gave was about 300 million. So Facebook is always getting money. I think last year somebody also gave them 500 million. Or somebody has over 500,000 members. You know, there was a statistic that was actually being discussed about populations. They started from the world, then they went to India, Indonesia, then they came to Facebook. Before the other countries, it came. So you can just see how big the community is. Somebody has 500, get about 500,000 people in the world. Not just the US, over the world. Over 500,000 members, no million. I don't think it's million, but I don't know about 500,000 members. Hey, it could be million actually, 500,000 million. Because of the fact that even Lady Gaga has 10 million fans on Twitter. And Twitter is far less than the number of people on Facebook. And that is a thing. You know that on Twitter in the US now, if you have a large following, companies just target you and give you products. Because if they give you a car, like a Range Rover to use, you come and write about it, talk about it. Even if you use it for 3 weeks, you may, the 10 million people that you influence, at least maybe 10 people will buy a Range Rover after it. That is why people are very jealous of, why didn't you friend me? Why didn't you like me? They are building it for a future members. And the same way, when they have an issue or a problem, what happens is all the 10 million people will get to know about it, and your brand will just go down. So I will just round up here pointing out that if you are building an enterprise application, it will require a lot of technology changes. Not everyone is ready for it. And sometimes not just the technology changes, but you also need to understand the business processes changes and the organizational changes. Sometimes if you bring in a system and it has to let people lose their jobs because you are replacing some internal processes. And the job that used to be done by 5 people, you are replacing them by one click. One efficient click. One efficient click. What is going to happen is that you have to retrain them or you have to lay them off. And it is very, very true across the world. And most of these platforms require a great intimacy with who is developing the software for you. Because that's one of the challenges that companies are afraid of have. That if I buy this software from you, and you are going to integrate it to all my functions, then your company will also have access somewhere you know everything that's working in my company. If you don't take care, if I don't sign a non-disclosure agreement, if you go and work for my competitor and also establish a system for you, you can tell him some of my competitive strengths and it can affect me. So some companies even sign up with specific companies that if I'm working with A, that means that I cannot work with B. Because of the intimacy of the information that you are managing for them. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. If I build a system for Kuala, maybe Malcolm would like to don't like to reach me. Or Malcolm will buy me off so that I stop working for Kuala and then build a system for them. Because the more efficient your system is, you have a superior competitive edge in the marketplace. So why should I be paying you, using the money you are getting from me to also be developing a good system for my competitor? So if you give me this function, like you give me a function of locating consumers in every country, then you go here and give the same function to them. You give me this, you give me that. By the time you realize, you start sending information from here to this one and that. Because when we were doing it for even Malcolm, they asked for this. So you also want it. So it incurs switching costs and dependence on software providers. People become bound to particular software company, they cannot move. And they are tied to it. So I'll rest the explanation and the discussion here. And if anybody has any questions concerning how these systems are deployed, I think you see, you understand it very much more in more detail if you have case study examples in your book. Yes, the case study examples are not Ghanaian pieces, they are foreign pieces. So you know it is. Yes.
If you ask a parent, they might call it intuitive. If you ask a musician, they might call it inspiring. To a doctor, it's groundbreaking. To a CEO, it's powerful. To a teacher, it's the future. If you ask a child, she might call it magic. And if you asked us, we'd say it's just getting started.